Happy New Day. Happy New Day. Happy early rise. Happy New Day. Dear beautiful souls, it is a wonderful time to be here and a wonderful space to be in. I am Oracle. I am Oracle. And it's a wonderful space to be in. It's exciting to rise up and to be able to give gratitude today and to give thanks that, to have the breath in your body and to give gratitude for the breath and being able to open your eyes and, you just think, just like, oh, amazing that I'm still here. And so having the opportunity just to acknowledge those that have gone on before you that are here, that are no longer in the physical, but they are in the energy. And we give gratitude for that today, that this is the most amazing day of your life. This is the greatest day that I'm experiencing peace. The most powerful day that I am going to experience peace today, that I am experiencing peace. And so I greet you with that today, that you are a warrior. And the cycle, it's a new cycle that we're in. As you can see, it's still rolling at the bottom of the screen. Happy new cycle. It's with 112. Yesterday is 113 in the codex today. And so it's a great day to be grateful and thankful that you, knowing that season of change, that you are a warrior. You're a warrior, that you are ready. And that's the shift, that's the cycle. You are ready. You're ready to move. And that I'm hearing my guys say, you stepped up to the plate. That you stepped up to the plate. It would be as if someone that's playing, say for example, would be someone that plays baseball, and it's their turn to hit the ball. And there are some that are like, oh, it would have been like my granddaughter, but my daughter, because we didn't know that she needed glasses. So every time it was time for her to go up to the plate to hit the ball, she would be turning the other way. And so the coach would have to go up there and turn her the right way because she could not see where they was throwing the ball, for her to hit. But she didn't back down. Every time it came for her to hit, she stepped up to the plate. And so are you on this journey. You stepped up to the plate. You answered the call. And that is a wonderful thing, that you stepped up to the plate. And that this season of change that we're in, this new cycle that we're in, is that we shifted to wholeness. When I say wholeness, I'm referring to that we have accepted everything about us. And everything about us is that we accepted that everything is, that we are source energy having this experience. And so we have accepted that, and we're walking in that we're not focused on, and we had a moment to meditate today as well as all night, that we're not focused on, how many people like, I got to walk a certain way, I got to talk a certain way, I got to do a certain thing. That way, no, we are focused on divine love. We are focusing on divine love and knowing that divine love is guiding us, that our source is wholeness, source in us are wholeness, and divine love is guiding us. And that there is no, there is no distractions, there are no mishaps like you made a mistake, you're not good enough, and all that. No, we're focused on divine love because we are divine love, and divine love is guiding us. And so on this path, that's what we are. And we are really open-hearted, really genuinely open-hearted, that this love that we are, source energy, this love that we are, is genuine love that source has for us. And that alone itself is just boosts us to, our vibration higher, because knowing that we are genuine love, true love, which source is, that source has for us, and source has allowed us to have this experience. and it's a wonderful place to be in. Of course, we are in the age of information. Says, we talk about the age of Aquarius, and but we're in the age of information to where it's all available, and that all the secrets and things that have been hidden from you are open within you. It is open within you that you have tapped into what you really are, and it's beautiful to know that everything that I am, I already know, that the seals are open for me to know, and it's beautiful for you to understand that you are perfect just the way you are. And that perfectness, that the way you are, is not defined by how man is, because the delusional world define perfectness in their own level. So when you say perfect, outside it's like they have their own scale what perfect is, but you are perfect just the way you are in the eyes of Source, and that is allowing yourself to be who you are. You are a chosen one, and a chosen one walks the path that have been chosen for them to walk. And they're not concerned about what other people think, because actually, let's clarify this thing about what other people think. Actually, what other people think cannot create your reality. You're the only one that can create your reality. Remember that. Of course, you already know that, because I'm only sharing. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just sharing. Oracle is just sharing with you some things that she's connecting with herself, and not being concerned about what other people think. And that's when you begin to actually be concerned about what other people think, other people say. It's actually, you have actually given them, or you actually still giving them power and control over you. But when you rise above that, you understand that you're not concerned about what other people think. Other people that are creating their own reality. You are here creating your own reality. This is a new cycle, master. You are an ascended master. So this new cycle of you, master of self, of knowing that you are a master. Actually, let me just share with you as well, because I've been watching a lot of the Buddhas, the monks that are traveling from around the world right now, and they are marching for peace, peace in the world, peace among all humanity. And I've been observing that energy, that inner peace, that as above, so below, as within, so without. So that peace, that inner peace, and I've just been observing that the love that we have for ourselves, can spread out there. And it can spread out there because we have it for ourselves. And that is the only way that change can be, is in here. And it was so beautiful, and it is so beautiful to see how they kneel down when they come among their brothers and sisters. They kneel down and they bow down before each other. And I can't understand, the different language, the language that they're speaking, but it's a powerful connection. As chosen one, star seeds, light workers that you are, you hear my guys saying, you have a language. You have a language that you speak. It's an energy, it's a vibration that connects with humanity. And that love that you have for humanity is what is changing the whole, the world. It's changing the world. And that changing happens within you as you are continuing rising in your consciousness. As consciousness you are rising, in this now energy, who you are, and allowing yourself to just be free. Be free, not with boundaries, free to move, free to speak, free to talk and walk, and free to create your own reality, because you are a warrior. And a warrior, excuse me. Okay. So as a warrior on your journey, it's that you are already prepared. Just when I talk about a warrior, let's just visualize, like, say, one of our ancestors. Look at our ancestors as warriors. And you see them dressed in their, many of their armor, I say garments that they wear. So they have the headdress and they have like the different garments on, and then they have the fringes and they have the arrow or the bow and arrow. So they're dressful, they're warriors, and each part of their armor, I call it the armor that they have, or the dress that they wear. The headdress has a meaning. So, as our ancestors dressed that way, so do we. And and so as we are warriors in knowing our purpose, that we are free to dance everywhere, because everything that we do in this new cycle is changing everything in your life. It's changing everything. Everything in your life is changing. There's nothing remaining the same. And this new happy new cycle, this new journey, this new experience, this new awakening, it's all changing. It's nothing remaining the same. You're not in the same place where you were before. You're in a new place in this journey, in this experience. Everything in your world, it's so different. I can only speak for me. I'm just sharing, as I say, I'm sharing. I can even share with you with the experience of with my leg. And now I'm up moving about. I'm up moving about. I didn't open the daycare, but I'm up moving about. I noticed that when I was putting on my oil on my body, that I'm usually like when the leg was hurting, that I would have to pick it up and put it on the bed so I could reach it. But no, when I turned, I wasn't even thinking about it. That when I turned to the side, the leg had jumped on the bed itself. The leg had jumped on the bed itself and straightened itself out, and all I had to do was put my castor oil, in my hand and just start rubbing my leg. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. I was so grateful that how the change is happening within me, in my life, my journey, my experience, that everything that I have gone through and all are happening, are all leading me now where I am, this energy, that everything that and I'm just so excited about the change. I'm excited about this new cycle. I'm excited about this newness in me of stepping into my wholeness, who I really am. Not focusing on anything else but me. I'm focusing on me. And the reason why I say focusing on me, because I can't change anything out there unless it's changed in here. I have to love me more in order to love out there. I have to have that genuine love for myself in order to love out there. Because if we really look at it and see things as a hologram, and really understand that this light spectrum that we see, that we are, is that this reflection, or if we talk about the reflection or the mirror, what the mirror actually shows is the reflection of what I am. So what I am can only display what's out there. But I have to have that for me. And so I love where I am right now. This new cycle in life is an opening area in your path for you to really be really free-hearted, wholeheartedly in yourself. It is without any strings, any attachments. And attachments, we were once with a lot of attachments. And with a lot of attachment, we were finding ourselves that we had to perform a certain way. But in this new cycle of you knowing who you are as the master of yourself, deciding what it is you want to go, what do you want to do? You make that decision. Not anybody else doesn't have. In other words, no one else is creating your reality. You're creating your reality. That everything that you're choosing to do, you're doing it. Nobody else has that power or ability to do that but you. And so, with that, just saying that it's a wonderful space to be in right now as master, knowing that you are moving throughout this space and time, a time and space, as master, as leader, as warrior of your savior, of who you are. Someone shared with me that you care about so many people, and a person shared that with me the other day, and I'm looking, I'm observing, I'm listening to what they had said. It says, one of the things about you is that you are so concerned about everybody else. And I was listening, I'm like, man, let's see where this is gonna go with this. So you concerned about people's well-being, you give everybody everything, and you most of the time you don't even think about yourself. And they brought a point about and say that, do you actually think those many people that you help and serve would do the same thing for you? And I was really thinking about that. And I came home thinking about that thing. And then it was like, I had to say yes. And the reason why I said yes is because I had an example. The example is that I had my rabbi, because everything I did for her, she did for me. If I needed her to do something, she would do it, you know. So part of what they were saying was genuine. And but I have to understand, you have to let them know, what they see, and then the mirror only reflects an image of themselves. Is that yes, I do that. And on your path, what you do for yourself, you do for others. And I share that because what I'm doing for myself, because remember, the mirror is only reflecting what it sees. So as I'm giving love, I'm only going to receive love back. And I can understand that many of us have been doing a lot of things on our journey, and I'm speaking of myself, that you do a lot of things and that, sometimes you don't get recognition and things. Many people don't say it. But I found on this path that don't look for others to do that, because your world is the world that you're creating. You can create that reality, that. You can create a reality of just nothing but purity, recognition from everybody. You can create, just to put yourself on that timeline. You can. And then you begin to focus on that. And now you're not doing stuff unless somebody's going to say something. So really, I always look at things as being genuine love, that what I do comes from the heart. And she was just trying to say what she was saying, but I understood what she was saying from a standpoint of view, is that your heart, wherever your heart is, that's what you're going to, for me, that's where you're going to focus. Especially as a star seed and light worker, we're here as light beings. And as light beings, we're loving ourselves. That's what we can do. That's the only way we can change anything in the world, is by loving ourselves and raising the vibration and connecting to the core of the earth. That's the only way we can change your innerness, really focusing on you as a chosen one. That is the only way you can change anything out there. And because what you do for yourself, you do for others. And that's how life really is. For first in, then without. Not out, then in. No, first within. Everything inside changes outside. So if you're looking for the change on the outside, and the inside is chaotic, your thoughts and things are off balance, then guess what? That's not, it's off balance. It's not equal. It's not balanced. So in your journey, it's that where you focus on your life as a warrior. As a warrior, you remain focused. And what I observe from this, the walk of peace that is happening right now in the world, that what I am, I don't know which one to message her on. What I am observing is that peace is something that we all have to have for ourselves. Hold on a minute. Excuse me for a second. Genuine love for each other, for yourself. And so you've been in a place, and I have been in a place, that you just put everybody first. And for me, I kind of felt like that was something that you were supposed to do, especially if you were one that was brought up in just, have the experience of religion. You do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And, you put a lot of people first, and then really, you kind of put yourself on the back burner. And on the back burner, you didn't really allow yourself to have really genuine love for yourself. And that love that you lack for yourself, it kind of brought built up like a wall. And so as that wall was there, you could perform in it. I was reading something about Sagittarius. Sagittarius give me a shirt and they do everything for everybody, but yet everything they give out, they really need for themselves. I was reading somebody's post and I was like, wow. Because I really not really studied the horoscopes, and I've not really studied to really understand how that works. But I was just reading somebody post about Sagittarius. I know about divine love. I know about energy, and I know that what flows through my heart flows through me is all that I am and all that I have. And uh, so as you understand that your path, that this new cycle that you're in is you taking control, you're driving the wheel, and you driving the wheel, and that you're driving the wheel, and you allowing the wheel. You allowing your free will to be free. I love that. You allowing your free will to be free. In other words, you are not denying your free will. And and then my guys are like saying that whatever you feel in your heart to do, you're not holding back. You allowing yourself to be free to do it. You know, this is this new cycle. It's not you're not being in the back. No, you in the front now. It's that you are in the front and you are making decisions according to the energy that's in you. And that energy inside of you, you understand that your journey is a journey that you came here to experience. And this new cycle, many of us have shifted in another area that we've been given great opportunities to experience that, different things, but we're not dependent on anybody else for us to experience this reality that we created. There are those that are on the same frequency and vibration that you are on. Yes, they will come to you. But then there are those that are not on the same frequency and vibration that you are on, they will not be with you. So understanding that you are a driver, you are, in your experience, in the experience that many of us, we observe things, and you observe as an observer, you are observing your surrounding, because before you was like everybody just was welcome into the group. Everybody was welcome into the group. And so everybody was in the group, but not everybody had the same energy. Not everybody was there for this, the same, not on the same frequency and vibration, on the same, in other words, not everybody was vibing on the same vibe that you were vibing. And so now in this new cycle, you have discernment. You're connected with those that are on the same frequency and vibration that you are on. They are vibing at the same energy that you are vibing with. So, yeah. So this is this new cycle. It's like what you come here to do. There are some that have the same vision, same creating the same reality, and want to do the same thing that you're doing. And guess what? Y'all going to connect together. They're going to connect together, and that's a beautiful thing. But there are those that in this cycle right here. This is all about you knowing. This is about you knowing, completely knowing what you hear, your purpose, what you want to do. And this information is made available. This is an information age of Aquarius. Everything is there. Everything, your blueprint. Hey, you know how to read the blueprint. Now it's not like you gotta, hey, interpret this for me. No one needs to interpret for you. It's all in you. It's been there. It's just the scales no longer on your eyes. You can understand that. You can understand what 3-Eye Atlas really is, and what an AI Atlas, all that's going on inside of you. You can understand all that, because guess what? The secret is out. You have discernment. Everything, all your gifts, everything is online. It is right now in this age that we're in right now, this information age. There's nothing that is hidden from you. In other words, you can't even be tricked by the rabbit no more. We say silly rabbit tricks are for kids. You can't even be tricked anymore. It's that you're moving throughout your life journey and knowing is that you're creating your heaven on earth. And and loving every part of this. I'm talking about myself. So loving every part of your journey now is that, you laughing and smiling, and many people around you like, man, what is she laughing and smiling about? Because they don't understand what's going on inside of you, this connection to source that you have, and it's just brings you more excitement. And that's what I'm sharing about me, to that this is a place to be right now. This is really the place to be. I think I cut myself off on my own phone. This is the place to be right now, in this space of knowing that everything in your world, well, everything in my world is happening for me. Everything in my world is happening for me. My healing in my body happens for me. It's everything. Even with my car, you saw me post my car. My car went through the same thing I went through. 3 days, no energy going through it. And it was like, hey, when it was time to go out there and crank her up, hey, it was like, man, she not cranking up. What's up with her? you know. So when she ended up having to go into the shop, and when she went into the shop, just for a battery, just to take out a battery and put the new battery in. Two people came out here and they said, we can't even get to the battery. She got to go to the dealer. I'm like, oh man, she got to go into the dealer. Then I had to do something that I've been using AAA, and I had Ford, I have Ford roadside service. I never used it before, so I'm driving. And so I had to step into another area, gallop forward, and, schedule for a pickup for her. But the greatest thing I got out of that is that I took charge. I'm the master. Usually be like, I got to call my daughter, say, hey, when I get there, you got to do this. I'm a son. No, as the master, I took charge of doing these things myself. I was driving at the wheel, handling things that I could handle, and it was a great experience. Get the car there, and then, they come in, they got the car, and then brought the car back. I was just excited. I'm like, man, I'm probably gonna have to ask them, tell them I'm gonna need a loaner or something, if they're gonna keep my car. And the guys said, no, we won't have it long. We'll get it right back to you. Got my car right back to me. And I was just giving gratitude. And I was so happy to see her out there in that front and just giving love to her, because she serves me. She serves me. She takes me where I have to go. As long as I put the gas in there. She said, you put the gas in there, we can roll. And so we can vibe. And so we've been vibing. So, we have a great relationship. This is why I'm saying to you that everything in your life now, that you have a relationship with this. Even the house that you live in is having a relationship with your house, having a relationship with your furniture and stuff in here that you have. I mean, I'm talking about me. Everything I have a relationship within here, everything. And you give gratitude for having that. This is where you are knowing. And I looked at the March for Peace, and I was observing how the love was coming from the people. They all lined up on the streets giving the elder, want to give him a gift and things. He's bowing before them, being of service to them. He has the stick and he tapping them on the head, and it kind of just reflects to you of the genuine love. The genuine love. I was seeing love from them for the Buddha. It's the Buddha. I'm gonna say the elder. And the love that they had for him as he walked. He walked all this whole time. He was walking with no shoes on, and he was walking many miles. And I'm like, he was up in his age, and to really see that. And not one time, every time he came to a brother or a sister, he knelt down on the street, knelt down and got back up without holding on to anything. And it was just genuine love for the people, love for himself. When you are being of service, because we are here being of service, I'm here being of service to humanity, and that love for being to humanity, being of service, is that gotta be there for yourself first. You know that, right? Of course you do. Being of service to yourself, because that's the only way we can be of service to humanity, is that accepting yourself just the way you are, and realizing that there's nothing really about yourself that you need to change. Nothing. No matter what has been painted, no matter what others have been around you, what other people have said, there's nothing. It's genuine love. It's genuine love. And then not only that, is not being concerned about what other people say or do or think. And I one of the great teachers, Marvelous Marvin, I'm going to talk about Marvelous. Marvelous Marvin said this, and I've observed him before, and it was that he said, the moment that you begin to be concerned about what people think and people say, you just give them your power. In this reality, in this experience that you are the creator of your reality, not nobody else. So what other people say or think doesn't have an effect on you unless you want it to have the effect on you. So as Oracle, who I am, as Oracle and sharing with you, is that you are the warrior. In every era in your life from here on out as the warrior, you're connecting with those higher powers, higher than where you were when you were in the old version of self. You're in the new version of self. So you're connecting with this higher power and this higher energy, which is a different version of you, as you are shifting up higher in consciousness of who you are. And I'm hearing Eagle Warrior, Eagle Warrior. It's connecting with the higher version of self. And I think that's really what we wanted to share with that, to it's really being who you are. I mean, it's just beautiful. This new shift is really freeing yourself and closing the door on those things that no longer serve you. It's not like, well, it was better if we done it this way. Kind of takes you to in the scripture where it talks about children of Israel when they were in the wilderness and when they was out there, and some of them from Egypt. I'm going about the movie part, and some of them would say, we it would have been better if we stayed in Egypt. Nah, no, we're not looking back. We are full of gratitude. It's like the promised land. It's like this abundance is just flowing into you. And however you see your abundance and you connect with your abundance is what you're going to receive. And that what you are thinking, where you are a chosen being. And as a chosen one, remember, you chose the hardest assignment to experience in earth school or the university school. And now you're shifting into this next cycle of your journey. You're a master, a leader, a warrior, a savior, ascended master. You are in this now present energy, and this information age of Aquarius is that everything is. It's just you loving everything, the shift that's happening in you. You loving every part of it. You loving yourself wholeheartedly. And that genuine love that you have for yourself, you have for everybody else. You know that. And those that are like frequency, vibration, vibing with you, that's supposed to be with you, will. And everybody else that's not on the same vibe that you are, they won't. And it's like, to me, it's like a separating. And as it's a separating, it's like, man, sort of like when I tell the story of Yair. Yair said when she stopped eating pork, when she was eating pork and she was cooking pork in her house and stuff, and she stopped eating pork, and she made a big announcement in her house, and she said, there will no more pork be cooked in this house. I will not be cooking no more pork. And she said the Spirit of Father spoke to her and said, no, you don't make that announcement. They didn't change, you changed. And a lot of people didn't change yet. So where we are on our path is genuine love, to love people as they are. And this new cycle is loving you for who you are, and allowing yourself to be free, to walk your path, to have your experience on your journey, and not point finger at everybody else, not Everybody's going to have their moment in their time. They may not be there yet, but you focus on this genuine love that you have for you so that you can have that love. That love can flow out there to the world. And because that's the only way we are a savior to anybody, first to ourselves. And then the love goes out there because it's all unconditional love. What it is all conditional, unconditional love, not conditional love. Because conditional love is that you love people for what they do and how you want them to do it. That's conditional love. Unconditional love, we accept people who they are, just the way they are, because we see everybody through the eyes of source. And source is unconditional love. And source, remember, source is God. God is the experience. God is having the experience. Source energy, God, you, who you are, is having the experience. And so loving yourself that way. Again, that's Oracle here. And I guess I better go to the daycare because she texts me. So I really love y'all. How about this? Let's go this way. I really love myself. So if I love myself, I love me. I really, I'm full of gratitude for the ones that connect with me, vibe with me on the podcast when I do get on here. And that's Facebook, YouTube, Messiah Code, and this journey. This journey right now is worth having. It's a ride worth taking. The space that we're in right now is the greatest space to be in right now. What I see from here on out is abundant, blissful things happening. And yes, hold fast, stay grounded, keep moving in your journey. Yeah, that's where I am. I love all of you. Thank you for the love and energy that's been flowing to me, that when you didn't see me and many checked on me and vibing with me. I love that. So thank you so much. And until we connect again, peace, love, and light. Shalom.